Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen just so you can see the document that I'm working with. Actually, I'll just share GitHub. That's probably better. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I hope that you're enjoying Local Hack Day Share so far. It's been really fun to kind of watch what people are doing and such, and all the activities that you all are participating in. That's been so fun to see. Hello. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen just so you can see what I'm also seeing. Hello. Hi, Adam. Hello. Welcome. How's everybody liking Local Hack Day so far? Local Hack Day Share so far? Any challenges that you're already like, okay, I'm done? I'm sure people have already completed like so many challenges. I'm like really behind. Like you don't even understand. I'm so behind. I have like maybe like how many points? I want to know what are the challenges that people have been completing so far. My headphones was like very tangled. It's so bad. Like I will untangle it, but then it like goes back to being tangled again. It's really annoying. Oh, I see lots of people who are repping Vlahaj Gang Guild in the comments. Love that for you. Melon Squad. Oh my gosh. Hello, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing the challenge where you create a Kanban board. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to share my screen in a second. So that you can see what I'm seeing. But it's empty right now. That's okay. Okay, so hi everyone. I already introduced myself. I'm Fazia. This is part of Local Hack Day Share, and I'm going to be talking about how to create a Kanban board and what that looks like and how you can kind of do that. In the meantime, though, before we get started, I wanted to hear like what are the challenges that people have been partaking in at Local Hack Day Share so far. I'm not visible. Oh. I'm not. Can you not? Okay, you can hear me, but you can't. I'm not visible. Well, now I'm kind of a little bit. Let me see. I'm definitely on the stream. Oh, add to stream. Wait, I'm kind of scared. Okay, I should not be scared, but I am a little bit. Can people? You can hear me, but you can't see me. Can you see the thing that I'm sharing on the screen now? Can you not see that one? Okay. That's all you're seeing. Okay. What about now? Huh. Let's see. How do we fix this? Let me ask a question really quickly. Let me ask for help because I don't know how to remove this. How to remove the share logo so that participants can see me and my screen after I've added myself to the stream. They can only see this is on. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to ask, I have asked for help. So we'll see if I get some help. I think I should, but we'll see. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what, let me tell you, because on the back end, what I can see, I'm definitely like on the stream because I can see that. And my screen is on this, like my, what I'm sharing, I can see it, but I just cannot, I don't know why you cannot see me. I'm a little bit worried. Let's see. Let me ask. All right. Okay, I'm actually not using Stream Deck. I'm using StreamYard, unless you meant the same thing. I'm not sure. All right, help is on the way. Somebody, Jack is here to rescue, I think. I saw a message. Or maybe not. Yeah, he did. Hi, Jack.
Hello, it is me. I've come to save you all.
Yes, please.
On the sidebar for Zio, you'll see a brand button. I'll do it for you now. And in there, you can click on it and it will disappear. And then we can see you.
I was so confused because I thought... Thank you, Jack.
Do you want to be showing your screen as well?
Not yet.
Not yet? Cool. Spoilers, it's a blank page. But yeah, have fun, friends.
Oh, no. Okay. Whoa. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, she's gone. Okay, but thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. We're going to make a Kanban board dedicated to Jack for being generous enough to help us. All right. Okay. So hi, everyone. Hello. Like I was saying earlier, I'm so excited to be here because I love Local Hack Day Share and I'm so behind. Like I literally have like zero, maybe not zero, but like I have like maybe like 2 points or 3 points. I'm very, very behind. So I wanted to know as a little icebreaker before we started, let me know in the chat, like what challenges have you been completing so far? What are the activities that you've participated in that have been getting you some points? Maybe I would, maybe I should take over. Oh wait, I'm not on the Blahash Gang Discord server. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, if people want to just put in the chat, what are the challenges and activities that I made a financial app. How many points did that get you? That sounds like a lot of work. 50 points? Oh my gosh. The non-coding stuff. Honestly, a web scraper. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love that for you all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sketchful. Oh, was that like a sketch or like, is that something that you built and then you submitted that as? Non-coding is easy points. Maybe I should do that. You know what? I'm going to dedicate time after this workshop and I'm going to do the non-coding stuff. So I can get some cool swag, I can't be behind. I can't have 0 points. That's unacceptable. That is so bad. A graph, a Hello World program and a financial app have the same point. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for letting me know. Now I'm going to keep track of this. Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to this session where we're going to be creating a Kanban board. We're going to be learning all about it, but also we're going to kind of create Kanban boards for different projects that we have. Primarily, we're going to be using GitHub, and I'll walk you through kind of like how to create a GitHub account if you don't already have one and signing in. We're going to be using GitHub. But if you want to use like Airtable, you can. I know people like using Airtable for that. Those were the two tools that I felt like would be really cool because they're both free and they both have like really good visually appealing what is the word called? Visually appealing interfaces. So yes, and we're going to talk about what Kanban boards are in a second. And yeah, all right. Whoa. Yes. Okay. So, in the chat, I want you to put in the chat for me and tell me what you think of when you hear the word Kanban board. When I say that, or when you see this on like the local Hack Day agenda, or when you, I don't know, just come across it, what comes to your mind? So I'm getting art. What else? What are some things that are coming to your mind? They're like, when somebody says Kanban board, you're like, is it confusion? Oh, Scrum boards. Okay, so I get art, I get Scrum boards. What else? Oh, people are saying what comes to their mind is, what is it? They're like, I don't know what that is. Project management. A board we attach in our refrigerator for stickers. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also not right. A board of all the things that you can ban. That's funny. Some Japanese high efficiency life hack. Because of the name, right? You would think. Efficiency through chunking. Like a board, we organize our daily task. Trello. Trello's another, yes, that's definitely, like, I feel like when I think about Kanban board, so I think of Trello, actually. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Okay. Like a mystery board that you would use to solve something. Honestly, you're kind of not wrong. So you're all on the right path. It definitely does involve project management. So one thing I want to do is I want to create notes slash kind of like a highlight. So let me share, or let me show you all my screen so that you can see it. And then all right, so let me go ahead and share my screen, add to stream so you can see it. So now what we're gonna do is I wanna take notes, or what I'm saying, I'm going to add it in there so that you all can access it after the stream if you want. I'm not sure if I can put a link on here, but I can put it on the Discord server for you all. But for now, we're just gonna take notes together and kind of just go through it together. So with a Kanban board, I heard somebody say project management. So people said project management. I heard some people say like Japanese method. I heard some people say Scrum. So you're definitely on the right path. It's a tool that agile companies and agile teams and organizations use. And the main idea is that it helps you visualize your work and it allows you to maximize efficiency. So when you think about what it does, you're just visualizing work that needs to be done so that you can maximize efficiency. So for example, if you like, and we're going to show this with like some of the tools that we have, or like that we're going to kind of experiment with today. If you want to like achieve a task, right? Maybe you create a to-do list, right? You're going to create a to-do list and you're going to be like, I need, let's say for example, oh, okay, my internet hasn't been working like for the past 16 days. And I'm like, okay, I want to fix my internet, right? What are some things I'm going to add to my to-do list to fix my internet? I'm going to call the internet company, right? I'm going to unplug the router, try that. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to say how to fix my internet. So doing some research, right? So we can use that as an example. So like, for example, if we wanted to do a task that is like fix our internet. And just like a traditional to-do list, right? A traditional to-do list would be, I am like a terrible typer. It's kind of a problem. Like I'm kind of embarrassed about it. If we had a traditional to-do list, what we would say Google or / do research on how to fix internet, right? I would also call my internet provider, right? I would even like maybe even do like those speed tests, maybe do speed test internet to see how bad it is, right? What else do you think I would do? Like if I had a to-do list, just like a original to-do list. We're not talking about, we know what Kanban boards are now because we said they're work that which helps us visualize work that needs to be done, right? That's it. That's literally it. And so if I were to have a traditional to-do list, that's like, okay, I need to fix my internet. What are the things that would be on there? Just put in the chat. Okay, I want to fix my internet. What are some, troubleshooting? Yes, I want to troubleshoot. So spend time troubleshooting. What else did I see in the chat? I saw, well, yeah, so we're trying to think about in comparison to Kanban boards. So before we introduce how they look like and what they involve, we're just trying to think about what would a traditional to-do list look like and what would a Kanban board look like. So we're still talking about what a traditional to-do list would look like. Call the ISP. Yes, exactly. So that's, yeah, call my internet provider. I'm going to put in parentheses ISP. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I would do if, you know, my internet wasn't working. Like I would put that on a traditional to-do list. Now, with a Kanban board, the difference is that there are different sections that you would use, right? So with a Kanban board, you can make, so it can be very flexible for you. So you can have different sections that you want. But the default is that usually with the Kanban board, you're going to have a column for to do. You're going to have a column for in progress. And then you're going to have a column for done, right? So those are the important part. And now are you able to see how it's helping you visualize work? Because when you have a traditional to-do list like this, right? You don't know that you've already done research on how to fix internet. You don't know that you have already called your internet provider. You just see a list of things to do, right? So with the Kanban board, the important part is that it's helping you visualize your work so that you can maximize efficiency. And you do that by having different columns for each type of work. So you say, okay, this is work that needs to be done. This is work that's, you know, I'm working on today, or I'm working on in the next hour. And then this is work that has already been done. Now, the good thing about it is that there's flexibility, right? I don't want to speak. There's flex, and I hope you all can see this well. Like it's, you know, what's the word called? Like it's, let me zoom in a little bit more. Aha. Hopefully that's good enough. But yeah, like there's flexibility, right? So like, it doesn't necessarily have to be, you can have like, if you were a software developer and you were, which we're going to kind of explore that example today. If you were a software developer and you wanted to do a Kanban board for maybe like building an app or something, you can make your column be like to do in progress by, you know, like a front-end developer, in progress back-end developer, in progress front-end designer or something like that, and then done, and then like maybe testing and then done or something of that sort. So you can add more columns if you like, because it's so flexible. So just to reiterate, right, when you think about Kanban boards, I want you to move to the mindset of it is a tool that can help you visualize work so you can maximize efficiency. And it does this by providing columns for each type of work. So the default is having to-do columns, in progress columns, and done columns. But because there's so much flexibility, you can add more types of columns if you like. So let me know if that doesn't make sense to you. If you're like, okay, I don't get it, that's kind of stupid, or not stupid, but that's just like, I'm still confused. Let me know in the chat. I'm happy to kind of walk through it even more. So that's very much like Trello. Exactly, which is why we're going to talk about that in the next section. All right. Are you ready to move on to the next section? Can we talk about tools and such? Or are there any questions? Something like this I may do in Notion. I have been hearing a lot about Notion. Notion has been stalking me on the internet. Like every YouTube video, there's an ad for it, with somebody talking about it, or like on Reddit or such. And it's like, oh my gosh, we get it. You love Notion. But that definitely sounds like something that could be possible in Notion. So yeah. If you have any questions at any point, just let me know in the chat and I shall answer it. So now we've talked about what it is, right? We have finished that portion. We know, we understand what Kanban board is. So now let's talk about how to use it / some possible tools. So like somebody mentioned, you can, so the ways we're going to be using in this workshop, we're definitely going to use GitHub to do one. We can use Trello if we have time, and I can show you what it looks like in Airtable too, if we have time. And then some that you can use to kind of explore that I have never tried it on before, so I don't know if they would work. Could be Notion. You could maybe use it with even like Google Docs, literally, because again, all you need are those columns, right? You just need to have those columns so you can move stuff in it. What are some ideas of people, like things that you've used that you can, now that you know what a Kanban board is, you can visualize it being on that platform? If you have any suggestions. Excel sheet. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. I did not think about Excel sheet. That is a good point. Yeah, because you just need columns. That's a very good point. I did not think that it could be possible in Excel. Sticky notes, yes. So pen and paper. Let me see. What are some other places that like I haven't thought of, but it could be on there? Simple notice board is quite user-friendly. Yeah, so even just like pen and paper, what is that thing called? I know you say notice board. I think it's like if you wanted to like order it online, I think it would be like a bulletin board or I forget, or like a cork board kind of, I forget. But yeah, bulletin board with sticky notes. So let me just group this for you as well. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so what we are definitely going to use, today we'll we're going to try GitHub. And then if we have time, we'll try Trello and Airtable, because I know these are definitely two things I've used Kanban boards on before. And then on your own, definitely explore using or creating Kanban boards with. So that way, like when you want to submit for this challenge, you can basically use any of these to explore, right? So you're not being limited. If you're like, okay, I'm ready to submit, I want to follow along in this workshop. I'm going to use GitHub, or I'm going to use Trello, or I'm going to use Airtable, I'm going to use Notion or Google Docs or Excel or even pen and paper. Like there's so many options for you when you want to upload this to DevPose. So yeah, lots of choices. There's lots of flexibility. All right. So we've talked about what a Kanban board is. We've talked about how you can basically, what platforms you can use to build one and what that would look like. Now let's walk through several examples. So before I move on to examples though, are there any questions or comments or ideas? Word document, yes, that's definitely very possible. Yeah, that's very possible, actually. Let me add that. So like Gdocs or Word. What else did I see? Sticky notes. Yeah, we got that. If only they support some cool third-party integration. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're talking about Notion, right? Oh, of course you are. I know. I don't have a Notion. I have a Notion account. I just never use it because I got into the hype. Okay, cool. So we can move on to making examples and such. Oh, did you see that? I kind of moved a little bit. It was a little bit scary. Okay, so if we can move on to examples, and let me bold this just so you can also kind of be able to see it yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start with the first task. And then let's basically see what it would look like on, Kanban board on like GitHub first. Okay, so before we, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so before we begin, let's see, can I just get like a temperature check in the chat? How many people are like, I don't have a GitHub account. I've never heard of GitHub before. Can we take some time to kind of like, create an account and such and log in and all of that? Is there anybody in here? I'm happy to explain it. The point of GitHub though is not really necessary for, what is the word called? For understanding how to use a Kanban board. So it makes you feel better. Okay, going once, going twice. Okay, cool. All right, so GitHub, unless you're trolling, I really hope you're not trolling, but if you are not trolling, GitHub is what is that thing called? What is the word? Version. Yeah, it's a versioning software. So basically it allows you to kind of keep track of like who's making edits and who's not, and kind of keep track of like the original copy of something. Yeah, version control, that's the word. But versioning, version control. I was like trying to remember the adjective. But yeah, it's a version control software that basically builds off of Git, which is actually like it's a version, oh my God, a version control system. So with Git and SVC, I think, and some other, which are not relevant to the idea of GitHub. You can basically be able to kind of think about like your software or even your project as like Google Docs. So do you see how, like, for example, I'm on Google Docs. Let me zoom out just so you can see. If I like share this link right here, right, and I give it to you all and I say, oh, you can come and, look at it and such, it's going to say like all the edits that you make, it's going to tell me, right? It's like if I click here, it's just Fazia, right? You see how like this is the current version. I'm the one who made the changes to it. With GitHub, you basically get to do the same thing with software. So with software, you are able to have people like make changes to your work, but also the difference is that you would be able to like preserve the original version, and you can only decide who gets to edit what. So just think about like Google Docs, but for software. That's how I think about it. So I can walk you through. I hope that was helpful for both of you. Yeah. Hi, hello. I hope that was helpful for both of you. And yeah. So let's go ahead and create our GitHub account. So if you have not created your GitHub account and you don't have one, which is fine, just go to github.com. You would go to github.com and then you would sign in, and that's where you would create your account. So I'm gonna log into my account. I think that's the email, because sometimes I forget if it's like my student email or because I'm using a different browser for like the first time ever. So while I'm logging into my GitHub account, you all should log into your GitHub account. And if you don't have one, go create your account. And then when you are done, so like when you are done creating your account or logging into your account, just put in the chat and just say, ready to go, or GitHub account is here. or Kanban board ready or something of that sort, just so I know how many people I've lost or how many people are like, oh, yeah, I'm not, or like I'm way behind or something. So let me go log into my account. So let me go get my login information. GitHub. Oh, okay, that's my username. Okay, all right. Oh, wrong password. All right, and now it's making me authenticate. Okay, the code is, all right, verify. Okay, cool. All right, so now I have my, oh yeah, that's fine. I was logging in. I did not want you to see it. We're not doing a Kanban board yet. Okay, let me repeat the question. Yes, okay, so I see two people who followed my instructions. Exactly. So I was asking, or I didn't ask, I said, if you are done and you've logged into your account, just put in the chat and say, Kanban ready, I'm ready to go, let's go, I'm ready, whatever. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share, let me share my entire screen. So let's share, oh, nope, let's stop screen and then let's share again so that I can share the GitHub page as well. Let's see, let's do like a window. Let me create a brand new window just so I can be able to, because I hate when like you can see other people. You know what I mean? Like when you share your screen and like you can see the person. It's kind of annoying sometimes, you know? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Okay, all right, almost ready, almost ready. Also, I've only gotten like 4 people who said that they're ready. So, and there's like 60 people watching this. Either somebody using me for background noise or something's going on. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to share my screen. It's just not letting me share. Not this. I want to share. I'm trying to share an odd. Why is this? This is why I don't like Chrome. Yeah, I said it on camera. I do not like Chrome. I hate Chrome. Sorry. Oops. I really do not like Chrome because I don't use it often. I have a problem. I know. Not Edge. I need to kick you off this, Chrysanth. Not Edge either. Not Edge. I need to kick you off. I'm sorry. If you are a Chrome Edge stan, you need to get out of here. Leave. Leave right now. Right now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Exactly. Firefox. Firefox is where it's at. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just share it anyways. I don't want to, but I will. Okay. Now you're going to see yourself. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Aha. Okay. Okay. So I think now you should be able to see it. You shouldn't see. Okay. I did it. I did it. It worked. All right. Yes. Absolutely. Firefox is where it's at. All right. Now that we've done, fighting Chrome. So actually, I kind of want to move to a different place, but it's fine. So actually what we're going to do is this. So I've seen a lot of people say they're ready, they're ready, they're ready. Is there anybody who wants, I need to add it to stream. Sorry. Is there anybody who needs me to wait for them? No check-in code for this live stream. Let's see. I think as long as you registered and you checked in on the page that you registered for this session, I think it should be fine, but I can verify for you. I will verify before the end of the session, before the end of the workshop. All right, so, okay, cool. Everybody says they're fine. They're ready to go. Okay, cool. So let us go ahead and, okay, I'm definitely moving. I am moving out of here. Give me a second. I'm back. Okay. That was me. I was moving. I was moving away. Okay. All right. So, now let's go ahead and let's get started. So, please follow my instructions. Like, just listen to me and do as we're following along. We're like coding along, right? We're doing something together. So if you can, I would appreciate it if you kind of followed with me. One more thing, if at any point I lose you, let me know in the chat, okay? Just say, hey, or you lost me. I don't know where you are, okay? Good. I'm not going to code the Kanban board. We're going to create one. We're not coding. There's zero coding involved. I mean, the Kanban board is going to tell you to code, but we're going to be doing zero coding. All right, cool. Again, So you're on github.com, you've created your account, you're good to go, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new repository. And you can call it, you can do whatever, but I'm going to make sure I'm the owner. And what I'm going to call is I'm going to call it Kanban board demo 1, because we're going to be doing lots of different examples. And then I'm going to say, this is where I'm demoing at local hack day share how to create a Kanban board. I cannot spell. This is what I get for coming for Chrome. And I'm going to make mine public because I don't really care. And I don't really care about a README file because for now, I just want to create a project, right? Just the idea. I'm not writing any code yet, right? So it's just a Kanban board. So do you see? I did not put any template. If you want to, you can. It doesn't matter. And I named my repository. I have my description, and I set mine to public because I want to. You can make your private. And I did not add a README or a Git ignore or a license because I do not think I need it right now. And I'm going to click on create repository. Any questions so far? Let me check. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm not sure what you mean, but yeah. Okay, create repository. Woo, so it's created for us, right? Do you see? You see it right here? I can see my name and I can see the repository. You see that? Step 1 done. Did I lose anybody in step 1? You should see something that looks like mine. Please tell me if I have lost you, please. Yes, Yulia? Yulia, I lost you, or yes, I see what you were seeing? I'm not sure. Wait. Okay. I don't know what the no is. Okay, y'all are confusing me a little bit, but just let me know if you have questions. So now we're done with this first step. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here, right here. You click on projects. You see right here, projects. You see it. And then create a project. So create a project. And now we're going to call it. So let's start and let's call this one. So if you remember correctly, the first task that we're dealing with right now is fixing our internet, right? That is the project we need to do. We need to figure out how to fix our internet. So we're going to name this project Fix Internet, right? Get Fazia's internet to be great again. Or, oh my God, no, not that. But get Fazia's internet to be top notch. Right? So that's it. So now, here, before you click on continue, what you're going to do is we're gonna be experimenting with basic Kanban, automated Kanban, and automated Kanban with reviews. But for this one, just basic Kanban. All right, so yes, you don't have to code the Kanban board. Okay, anyways. Okay, so we're gonna click on basic Kanban and then create project. So, woo, do you see? Do you see? Do you see it? Do you see it? You should see something that looks like this on your screen. Do you see it? I hope you do. Okay, wonderful. All right. So now let's go back to our definition. So do you remember how I said that usually you would have columns like to do, you would have in progress, and you would have done? Do you see that on here? It's to do, it's in progress. And because there's so much flexibility with GitHub, you can add a column and you can say like done, right? Oh, now that's weird. Wait. Or let's say, okay. So do you see it's to do, is in progress, and completed. Okay, let me check the chat. Yes, it is revolutionary, isn't it? That's so crazy. You can share the repo afterwards so that we can fork. Absolutely. Yeah, I can. Maybe I will add these notes in there as a .txt file. So that can be something. Okay, light mode, or you're going to have to deal with it. I am not going to stream with dark mode. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Okay. All right. So has everybody reached this stage? They're able to see to do, they're able to see in progress, and they're able to see completed. I'm not changing it to dark mode. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Did I lose anybody? Okay, great. I see all. Thank you, Yulia. Okay. If you are lost and you need me to clarify for you, please let me know so I can pull you in right now before we move on. Okay. All right. If I don't receive any, I'm lost or I'm like way behind, I'm going to move on. I said no dark mode. Y'all are going to have to, I will get dark mode or I will stream with dark mode whenever I fall in love with Chrome. See, it's never going to happen. Okay, so now one of the important things that I think a framework that I like to use is when you are creating your, your Kanban board, you want to ask yourself or start with what needs to be done, right? So like capture, and then you want to configure it, and then you want to control, right? So I think I use this framework because it's very it's kind of common, but basically when you're capturing, you want to like record everything that needs to be done. And then configure, you want to like arrange it so that you can visualize it on your Kanban board. And then control, just like reevaluate and kind of keep track and update the board. Okay, so we've set our board. We know our task. Is there anything on this list that you're like, what else should we add? Because for this task, right? We want to fix our internet. We have, let me zoom in. This is what we're following right now, right? So we're capturing. This is the stage we're on right now. We're recording everything that needs to be done. So on here, we have Googling research or doing research. We have calling internet provider, speed test internet, troubleshooting. What else do we think needs to be added to our list? It's okay if you can't think of anything else. That's completely fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, now you're just being too kind. I just don't want to. Like on my personal, like Twitter, whatever, it's on dark mode. But if I'm going to be streaming to other people, it has to be on light mode. I mean, I don't know what level their eyes are, So somebody has a very interesting example of how they've used Kanban in a different project before. So when they were in manufacturing, they would put our finished product in a box where the next worker would reach the same spot each time to perform their work on it quickly. That's true, right? And that's the good thing about these agile tools is that they transcend each industry, right? The main idea is that you are visualizing work, right? You're able to know this belongs here, this doesn't belong here. And it really makes it easy for you to understand how to deal with it, right? And you're maximizing efficiency. So thank you for sharing that example. I really appreciate it. This is actually a really good way. Okay. Set up alarm for tomorrow's class. That's funny. That can be a task. That can be something. Buy a book to read while internet doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to add that. That's good. Buy a book to read while internet, maybe for example, while internet is being slow. If there are no I'll set up alarm for tomorrow's class. Somebody's referencing something else. Okay. So if there are no other ideas of what else people think we could add to the list, let's go ahead and let's create this Kanban board. But before we transport stuff, let me copy and paste. So I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to go here. And if you remember right here, right, I said capture, then you want to configure, then you want to control. But right now we are on capturing. That's what we're doing. We're capturing. Okay, so we're going to go to do, right? And we're going to add all of the things that we just did that are, captured. And we're going to add it in the to-do column. That's the first step. Okay. So I'm going to control V, and I'm just going to go ahead, and this can be very therapeutic, I think. We can just copy and paste. So control X, add. We're going to add a new one, control V, control X, add. We're going to add a new one, control V, control X, add, control V, control X, add, and then control V. All right. So these are all the cards, and these are all the things that we need to do. So now we can see it, right? Do you see? We can see all the tasks, and we're like, okay, I need to do these things, right? And yeah, so that's it right here, right? It's super straightforward. And another good thing or another interesting thing that you might not know is that you can move things around. So maybe if, for example, you want to prioritize things, again, flexibility, right? In your head, maybe you're the type of person who the way you see things is the way you do them or the way you configure them. So maybe you're like, okay, if I see call my internet provider first, that's the first thing I'm going to move to try to get done. Or if I see this one first, that's the first thing I'm going to move first. So I'm going to prioritize it because I want to, but you don't have to. So when I think about, okay, the first thing I want to tackle is actually I want to research, right? I want to do some research about this first. Then I'm going to call them. Oh, sorry. Then I'm going to maybe I don't want to call them. Maybe I want to troubleshoot first on my own so I don't have to spend a lot of time on the phone with a robot dealing with customer service. And then actually, maybe I want to buy the book first, right? Maybe I want to buy the book so it comes, while I'm doing all this work. So I can buy the book, I can do the research, then do what the research tells me to do. Then I want to call my internet provider. Oh, wait, actually, should I do the speed test for the internet first to see how bad it is before I buy the book or after I buy the book? Can you share the task in chat? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Control V. Let's say task for fix internet. All right. Oh, it was like 2. Okay. So I already shared it. I see it now, or I hope you see it now. So yeah, so now I have all of my stuff on there, right? So, but you all didn't answer my question though. I said, do you think I should do the speed test for the internet first to see how bad it is before I buy the book or after I buy the book? Let's see. Before, oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, before you buy the book. Okay, all right. So let's do that. Let me speed test the internet before I buy the book. And then I'm going to buy the book, and I'm going to do research, then I'm going to do troubleshooting, then I'm going to call my internet provider. All right. So I saw a question that somebody had where they said, can you make subtasks? Not in GitHub. You cannot. But I think that when you think about Kanban, I really would encourage you to be in the mindset of every task should be bite-sized enough where you don't need subtasks, right? So if, for example, let's see, maybe doing research on how to fix internet. If you don't think, if you think it needs a subtask, right? Maybe you would edit it and you would say, check Reddit for internet fixes, right? That's part of research. Then you would create another note, another card, and you would say, check, what else do people check? Check Twitter for internet fix tips, fix tips. I don't know if that makes sense grammatically, right? So that's part of doing research. So I would really encourage you to be in that mindset of let me add this correctly. I want to encourage you to be in the mindset of like your tasks should be bite-sized enough where you don't need to worry about subtasks. And if it came to that where it's like, okay, all these things I need to do, maybe like, front-end development or back-end development or anything, then you can create different projects for that, right? Or you can even create different columns for that. And we're going to move on to that when we like talk about more complex topics. But for now, when I want you to think about something that's like relevant to maybe your life or local hack day share that you're trying to accomplish, I want you to think about the task in like very, very bite-sized ways, like super specific where you don't need to worry about tasks, like subtasks. I hope that was helpful. I'm seeing people saying that I should actually get the book first. And I'm seeing people saying get the book after, so you get the book regardless. If you buy the book online, you're doing both at once. That is true, because technically you can't even go to the internet because if your internet is so bad, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to keep it as after though, because I don't want to move it anymore. But you convinced me. Can we create a project where we visualize our to-do list? So yes, that is the exact point of it, right? So as we're moving on, and we're going to do some changes in a second, or actually I could answer it right now, actually. So if, for example, it is a Monday, right? It's today, I wake up in the morning, I go on my to-do, right? I say, okay, what is there for me to do, right? In this day? What do? I sit here and I go, okay, you know what? I'm actually going to do the speed test for the internet to see how bad it is. So I can do that right now. That's what I'm doing in progress, right? Or maybe I could even rename this card to be maybe today, like get done today. Sorry, no, that's not correct. Okay. Edit column, sorry, yeah. So let's say, for example, I want to rename this to get done today. Do you see? So like maybe I would say, okay, I'm going to speed test the internet to see how bad it is. I'm going to buy the book today. Then I'm going to check Twitter for internet, fix tip. That's what I'm going to do today. That's the job today, right? Do you see how it's helping you visualize what needs to get done? Because now you have this backlog of all the things you need to do, right? You have it right here. And then you also know that today for 24 hours or 8 hours or whatever time you have, this is what you're going to get done. And then, okay, so I just finished going to, speed. So let's go ahead. I go to speed test, Verizon. I do it there and they do the speed test for me, right? And they're doing it right now. And they're like, okay, get started. And they're doing it for me, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I can get it off my Kanban board, right? It's working. It's like 12%. I don't know why I actually feel like I need to get the speed test done before I can like go onto the Kanban board and move it. I have a problem. Something is wrong with me. I'm like, I refuse to move that card until it is 100%. Does that make me crazy? I don't know. That's definitely not normal behavior, I don't think. Because I can just pretend, I can just be like, okay, pretend it's 100%. All right, let's go move. But it just helps with visualizing. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, we're almost there. Whoa. Oh. Okay, it's not yet done. It's done, 100% complete. So I've done my testing speed for it, right? So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to my my thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me zoom out a little bit. So this is what I just finished, right? I have done the speed internet test to see how bad it is, right? So now I'm going to move here and move it here. So now it's completed. It's done. I have finished it. Now, one thing I could do is I could edit the note and I could say, let's see, what was the speed test? It was download 58, upload 76. And I could say, download 58, upload 76, I think that was what it was. Okay. And then that's done, right? So that way I'm like, okay, I finished it. This is good. It's complete, right? And I'm okay. I still have more time in my day, so I'm going to go buy my book to read, right? I go on Amazon.com. I purchased the book. I have made the order, I put it on here, right? Maybe I might even edit it and say, okay, you know what? I bought, I don't know, what's everybody's favorite book? Any ideas? We can just do, I don't know, what's a good book that people like? Why am I blanking on books right now? Maybe physics textbook, I bought physics textbook by random professor at random university or something. And that's the book that makes me happy. So maybe I could even like put the link to it on Amazon or something, if I purchased it from Amazon, or let's say I bought it from a local bookstore.com, a local bookstore. localbookstore.com, right? And I save it. So now whenever I want to keep track of what I have done before, see again, visualizing, do you see? I can go on here and I can see that I have bought the book and this is where I bought it from. I can even put my order number in there if I want to. So like, I don't have to worry about keeping it in my brain. Okay. All right. Let's look at some questions and then we shall, I guess, move on to the next task. So I think order does not matter. It doesn't matter for me too either. But like, I think it's for some people, maybe when I feel like that's a human brain though, right? Whenever you see a list, your mind, maybe it's just me, my mind feels the need to like click on the first thing. This part can also be called to-do list for you. Yes, it can. And you can make it a private repo, right? You can make it private so nobody else gets to see it. And you can rename it like, I've seen some people do this where they say like person's name, OS, so like operating system, so like life OS or something like that, where like they put their entire life and stuff in there. Like they put different Kanban boards for different things that they do. So that could be something you can do. It could be like Jed Halal's life OS. And then you have like a Kanban board for schoolwork. You have Kanban board for like, maybe if you have an internship, maybe Kanban board for like interview prepping, etc. Like you can have so many different projects. So that's definitely, it can definitely do that. So a simple to-do list web app based on JavaScript will not do the task right. It absolutely can. It 100% can. If you want to, you can. Let me add that to the list. If you want to go crazy, not crazy like literally, but like if you want to go big, you absolutely can. Literally, you can go on there and you can build a web page that builds your own Kanban board for you. It just sounds like a lot of friction for me personally, but I'm sure like if you had a lot of time on your hands, especially like in the summer or something, you can definitely do that. That is not a bad idea. Okay. Oh my God, y'all are recommending books to me. And I wrote physics textbook by random professor. I'm sorry, I really disappointed all of you, didn't I? Can several people modify the same board? Yes, they can. They absolutely can. Yes, they can. As long as they have access to like edit that repo, they absolutely can. Can we add color to it? No, but this is a great segue into our next tool or the next thing that we're going to do, which is Airtable. Woo! All right, let's move to Airtable. Wow, Maha, how does it feel to be the person who gave us a transition? I have to log in on here as well because I'm using Chrome. So let's sign in. I think I have a Google account. I'm not sure. Oh, I do. Woo. All right. So now what I want you all to do is, if you don't have an Airtable account, go ahead and create one or log in, etc. And then when you're ready and if you don't want to try with Airtable, that's fine. If you just want to watch along, that is absolutely fine. I prefer GitHub because it's more minimalist, but I know like some people really like, visually appealing. So that's fine as well. So if you want to use Airtable, go ahead. But I need you to do one thing for me. Put in the chat and say, I'm ready. I've signed into my Airtable account. Kanban board part 2 ready to go. Or Airtable is ready, or Airtable has my details, whatever you need to say to let me know that you are ready to go, okay? I need you to put in the chat when Airtable is ready, okay? Let me take a look. What are people saying? LibGen. Oh, LibGen is, yeah, it's really great. If you are in the US and your textbooks are so crazy, like really expensive, you definitely should use it. Normal people using a simple to-do app. MLH people, let's use GitHub for that. Okay, but you know what though? If it does the job, why not? Like, okay, look me in the eye, Siobhan. If something does the work, why would you transition to a different platform? Please tell me. If it works, it works. I mean, I can't make the tool not work. I cannot. I really cannot. It works, right? Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. Airtable has my contact. All right. Okay, people are ready. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I just got it. Oh, y'all hear that? If you want to earn points, come to the Black Hat Gang Discord server in 90 minutes. All right. I have no problem doing that. Okay. People do the coding thing for this. We use GitHub. Exactly. I mean, if it's right there, why not? It's right there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go to GitHub. So, oh, not GitHub, sorry. We've been talking too much about GitHub. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a workspace. Or sorry, not a workspace, a base. We're going to create a base. That's the first thing we're going to do. So I'm going to start with a template because I think I want to use that opportunity to kind of share the different types of things that you can do with Airtable for you all, for those of you who are not familiar with it, which I guess I should kind of do something I did for GitHub. Is anybody in the comment like, what is Airtable? I've never heard of it before. What is the point? How does it work? Can you give me a little synopsis? Is there anybody who's like, please tell me what the hell, what Airtable is? I'm happy to explain just before I dive in. Well, okay, so there are people who are like, what is Airtable? So Airtable is trying to be like Excel, but more dynamic. So where basically you can do like all the data stuff. Like, you know how Excel, you can like, Excel is powerful, like so powerful. I don't know if you knew this. I just discovered this like over the past like year. Excel can do something like you can literally like copy and paste a column and it's like going to tell you the sum of it. It's going to like, you can calculate average. It's like entering formulas. Like it's very, very great. And so with Airtable, their goal is that they want to be like Excel, but also they want to be like more dynamic. So like you can move things around. You can have like a base, which kind of means like you can have everything that you need in one place. So let me show you. Let's say, for example, let's go to personal, because those are the ones that are going to be more related to us. Let's say, for example, you're trying to track your graduation requirements. So we see this right here. I don't want to use this. I just want to show you what I mean. So do you see right here where like this is something Excel would have, right? You can do like items with columns. You can have the value, right? You can have drop downs. Like that's something you can do in Excel, right? You can sort stuff, which is something you can do in Excel. But because it's so dynamic and so user friendly, you don't have to write a formula that says sort first column 1 to like 100. You can just click on a button and it does it for you, if that makes sense. So that's the whole point of Airtable. It's supposed to be like for, people who don't know that much about Excel, but also they want it to be more dynamic. Like even for this right here, where like you have completed, that's not a thing you can do in Excel. I'm sorry. You just cannot. I'm sorry, Bill Gates. I'm sorry, the Google Sheets team. You just cannot do this. Like you cannot have thumbs up in Excel unless you like imported the image and then like copy and pasted the image, but it would still be a little bit wonky, Like you can't have this in Excel. You just cannot. So the whole idea of Airtable is to, one, eliminate you like memorizing all these formulas or maybe Googling them by just clicking on buttons, and kind of have it be more dynamic and more visually pleasing, if that makes sense. So that's the whole idea, right? So now there's a particular template that I want us to use. So we're going to just do like a regular project tracker. This is what we're going to use. So if you all want to find this, all I did was I was at home right here. And then like home. So I was home, I signed into my account and I clicked on add a base and I did start with a template. And then I did featured and then project tracker right here. And now I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on use template. Let me check if I have lost anybody. Okay, I talked about what Airtable is. We have some Excel stands in here. Oof, oh my gosh. You need to talk to Bill Gates himself so he can get you some money. You can do an Excel pivot table. Was this in reference to like the thumbs up that I meant? Or maybe something else, I'm not sure. Google developers watching this stream to add features in Google Sheets. Honestly, they definitely should, because Google Sheets is, it's great, but like it's definitely missing some things, Okay, so it has added a template. So now I'm going to click on Project Tracker. I'm going to click on it. And this is just like stuff that shows the entire thing. And it's definitely a little bit overwhelming at first. I'm not going to lie. Airtable can be a little bit overwhelming at first. Like when I see it, I'm like, what is going on? But we're only here for one thing, right? To use the Kanban board. That's the whole idea. So in this base, you can rename it to whatever you want to rename it. You can just do like rename table. And let's call it, I guess, okay, let's do this. Let me go back really quickly. Let me take a step back. We have done the first task, right? Fixing our internet, right? That's the first task. I want us to do a second task. So let's see, what is a task that we want to do a Kanban board for? We've done something for fixing our internet. Any ideas? And then we can go ahead and add that to our backlog of things that we want to do. Any ideas of tasks that we want to do? Laundry. Okay, that could be something. So you know what? Let me go ahead and let me move all of these to completed because we have completed them. All right. And then let's go ahead and let's rename this to be, this is so meta, but like task for Kanban board demo. Just so you can also kind of see it as well. So we did one for fix internet, right? And then somebody said laundry. Let's see, what else? LHD day 4 activities. Ooh, okay, so let's make that more specific. Let's say complete, or maybe not, or I guess all, let's see. Complete, let's make that a little bit more specific. Let's say complete 5 LHD share activities. Or sorry, you said day 4. So I guess that is specific actually. Yeah, so complete LHD share day 4 activities. Okay, what else do people say? Learning Python. Okay, so let's say learning Python would definitely have a lot of tasks in it. So maybe let's say be or learn all data structures in Python. That can be a task. What else? Any other ideas of things we can add? Browse the fixed internet. Ooh, okay, so browse the internet. That can be a task. We just need to figure out what, or that can be a project. We just need to figure out. Any other project ideas that we can use? Learn a new coding language. Okay, so let's use the same thing, but instead of learn all data structures, let's say learn all data structures in a new language. All right, y'all, I'm gonna accept 2 more and that's it. Gathering free points at LHD. Huh, that's interesting. Aren't all points free though? I'm a little bit confused. Just make that one a little bit more specific for me and I'll read it again. Learn how to write hello world in JS. Okay, that's a specific task. Learn how to write hello world in JavaScript. Okay. All right. Any more tasks? Do JavaScript homework. Okay, so that works. Do JavaScript assignments. Okay, I'm gonna accept one more project idea. Learning how to use Docker. Okay, so I guess deploy a project using Docker. I don't think we can get to all this, but it's okay. It's fun. Okay, so gathering points by using special check-in codes. Okay, so let's say gather points from local hack day share from special check-in codes. Okay, cool. Thank you for all of your ideas. Oh my God, y'all, we have so much to do. Okay, let's get started. So, so now, right, where are we gonna put fixed internet? This project right here that says fixed internet. If all the subtasks are right here, are we gonna move it to get done today, or are we gonna move it to complete it? Oh no, that was a mistake. Where are we gonna move it to? What do we think? Exactly. So we're going to move it to done because it's finished or completed. They're the same thing. I'm going to delete this one. Okay, cool. See, it's completed. So it's done. So now let's move on to gather progress, right? So we're like, okay, I'm going to move this one. I'm going to rename this to in progress. I'm going to say, in progress. Okay, so right now we're working on gathering points from LHD share from special check-in codes. So what I want to do is I would like for us to capture, right? Let's go back to our framework, right? Capture, configure. So when we think about this task right here, where is it? What are the things we need to do to make this project happen? What are the tasks? What do we need to do if we want to gather points from LHD share? What do we need to do? If you are like, okay, I'm ready to gather points, what shall I do? What's the first, what are the ideas that are coming to your head? Like, oh, I got to do that, then I got to do that, then I got to do that, then I got to do that. Share the code in Google Forms. Okay. So share the code in Google Forms. What else did I say? I saw somebody say attend workshops. Okay. We got to break that one a little bit more, but yeah. Post on social media. Yes. Check in for the event. Yes, that's definitely something we have to do. Oh, sorry, you said check in for the event. What else did I see? I saw get the Google form link first. Yes, and we're going to think about order. So let's add that at the top. Get the link to Google form. Register and check in. So we've already checked in. We've already added checked in. So let's do register for the event. What else did I see? Complete tasks. Okay, so complete activities. What else? Troll Ryan. Oh, wow. Okay, that's definitely, that's part of it. Complete daily tasks. Okay, so let's say complete activities daily. Let's specify that. Special check-in code. We got the code already, or get the, oh, yeah, share the code. Is this the same thing as getting the code? I'm not sure. Finding totally right. Okay, yeah, that's part of it. That counts. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. So it's the same. All right. So these are the things that we need to do. So now I want you to go back to the Airtable link. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to transport all of this into a Kanban board. So I'm going to copy this. I know that you all really wanted me to put this in the chat the last time. So I'm going to put it in here as well. Control V. All right. So those are the tasks. Now let's go to our project tracker. And so we're going to go to tasks. And then do you see right here where it's like all the tasks and stuff? So again, I know it sounds it's at least for me, it felt very overwhelming, but I promise it's not, okay? So what I did was I went to the tab that is called tasks right here, literally. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the first task. So Control V, right? So, so we know that this is not it, right? So let's Control X. And another good thing, I guess, I don't know if it's a good thing, but another thing about Airtable is that at least it has subtasks. So you don't really have to, worry about stuff like that. So we have getting the link to Google Form, and then we're going to close it because it's already going to save it for us. Then on here, we have the next task. We're going to expand it. And we're going to do like sharing the code or something. And then close that. But do you see why I like GitHub projects? Do you see how like minimal it is? Like it literally, you don't need to worry about any of this stuff. You just put what you want to put and you leave, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more minimal for me, but you can have your own preferences. That's the good thing about it. There's so much flexibility. Okay. So let's assume that we have all three, right? This is what we have. This is, how it is. So let me just make sure that you all are on the same page. You can add this in the README. Yes, I will. I will add it to the README for the project. I'm going to also, the notes, I'm going to add that as well to it. Okay. So I hope that people are on the same page or like with me, kind of following me. So now that we have our tasks, right? This is a key part. This is where we're going to get the Kanban board, the view that we want, right? To visualize it. You're going to click on the right side right here or the left. And you're going to click on this plus button right here. And then you're going to basically play around with whatever you want. So you can do you can do assignee. And that can be done. And then you can basically see like all the things that you wanted to do, right? And it's interesting with Kanban, right? Do you remember how I told you? I told you that literally the idea about it is that you are visualizing work just so it's easier for you to do, right? So you can be more efficient. You can visualize it by people too. Like, isn't that kind of crazy? Like you can see and these are people that like, I share the space with on Airtable, but like you can see what all these people have done yet or like need to do or are in progress for them, which is kind of interesting, isn't that? I think it's interesting to me. So basically I can go ahead and I can add, where was it? There was a place somewhere where I could add let's say think in progress. So where is it? Yeah. So in here, you can just say like, you can say in progress. Oh, why can I not type? In progress. You can do another, oh, no, not here. You can do another stack and you can call it like, completed. And then we can rename this one. Oh, okay, we cannot rename it, but it counts. So do you see right here where it's in progress, it's completed, and it's very similar to what we have over here, right? And so now when we want to add stuff, you can just put it on here, right? Because it's right there. So, oh, I see questions. How to remove all default tasks? Do you mean like, I don't see any default tasks. What do you mean? I'm confused a little bit. Just explain to me what you mean by default tasks, and I think I should be able to help you. Do you have a chance to show again how you made tasks change shape from spreadsheet to like Trello? Oh yeah, sure, yes. So the way I did it was right here. Let me zoom in so you can see it. Do you see right here on the left hand side of your screen? Do you see? It says Kanban right there. So you don't have to memorize anything. It's just literally Kanban. And then you add a plus button. And then let me go back. And then you can choose whatever you want. So like you can say assignee, you can say in progress, or you can create your own and just call it whatever. You can say like, I don't know, to like backlog or something. And then done. And then you're going to be able to see it right here. Do you see? So do you see like this is one Kanban board where like it's assigned by like people. So like if you're like, oh, I want to see if my teammate is doing their work, you can see that they're dragging and dropping their stuff, right? You can go here and you can do like in progress, completed the way it is on GitHub that we've been doing so far. You can do the way I just did it right now where it's empty. So you basically start from fresh. I hope that helps. Okay, got it. All right. Yay, wonderful. Okay, so let me go back to the original one right here. So yeah, so do you see? And like those of you who are asking about color, you can basically, I saw it somewhere over here. I swear I did, where like you can change something with the color. Let's see. Where like you can edit it and such. Oh yeah, there it is, color. Oh, okay, but it's only available if you pay money. Oh my gosh. Isn't that kind of crazy? Isn't capitalism so crazy? They're like, you can get some color in your life when you pay us more money. So you see why I stick to GitHub? Do you see? Because it's both minimal. So it's like, what's the point? I mean, not what's the point. It's just, again, if it works, why not? So I'm sorry for the person who had asked if like, can we get some color? I'm sorry, unless you're willing to put, well, actually I have another option for you. We're going to get to it in a second. But yeah, they all want you to give up some money. So that's unfortunate. I know, right? Can it be used by multiple people at the same time in Airtable? Yes, it can. Do you see? Let me show you something. Oh, do you see right here where like I have all these people right here? Do you see them? They're not fake people, I promise. They're people that I have shared an Airtable base with. And so they are like, you can see them and they are like, I can assign stuff to them. I don't want to jack. I feel like it's going to send them an email, I think. I'm not sure. So you can like add stuff to their like pages. Do you see what I mean? So it can be used by multiple people at the same time. Print it out and color yourself. Go to inspect and add the color yourself. Literally do control. What is that thing again? It's control. What is it? Isn't it control? Or you do right click, right? Or something like that. I always forget. Inspect, more tools, developer tools. Yeah, go add the color there yourself. They said if you want color, you either have to give us some money or go to inspect and go do it yourself. I'm sorry, I cannot. That is so funny to me. You gotta go look for yourself and add the color. Go get the hex code yourself. I'm sorry, this is so funny. Okay, I'm closing this. Anyways, I know they have to eat, but like, can I get some color? Can I get some color? Do I not deserve color? Why do I have to pay to get some color? Why? Okay, I know Airtable is good. I know. I'm just being funny because it's hilarious to me. It really is. It's so funny. All right, so now that we've done one for like one project, let's go back to our Kanban board. And now we have finished, right? We finished doing the task for gathering points. So now we're going to move it to completed. Whoa, we have been so productive. Look at all the things we've done today. Wow, look at that. We're so productive people. So you see, we're done, right? We finished all of these things. Now, let's go back to our outline so we can see how we did it. So we have used one example. We have done example 2. Now, this is not useful. So now, let's see. I said that if we have time, we're going to try Airtable. So we have used Airtable. We have also used GitHub. Now let's go to Trello. All right, let's head. Oh wait, before we go on to Trello, Any questions? Any questions about Airtable? Any questions about GitHub projects? Any questions in general about Kanban boards, etc.? Just print a marker. Absolutely. Are you running into Steven's session? What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Let me verify. I don't think so, but let me just verify really quickly. Really quickly. Really quickly. Let's see. I had it somewhere over here. Okay, there it is. All right, let's check. Steven's session is at 6 p.m. Oh my God, you're right. Ooh, is Steven waiting for me? I'm sorry, Steven. Well, we're basically done. We are basically done. So I just want us to try one more example, but I feel like unless people disagree, I feel like we definitely understand the basic ideas of how Kanban boards work. So I think it should work. Oh my God, Steven is in the audience. Hi, hello, everybody say hi to Steven. Everybody say hi, Steven. Everybody say thank you, Steven. Thank you for giving us some more time to learn about Kanban boards. Everybody say, oh my gosh, welcome, Steven. Everybody clap for Steven. Okay. That's so funny. I did not expect to see you here. All right. We're going to make a Kanban board specifically for Steven. Love that for you, Steven. Oh my gosh, Steven, you're famous. Okay, JK. All right, let's move on. Okay, so the next thing or the last thing I did according to our outline is I want us to try Trello and then we're going to wrap it all up. So as we have done it before, don't forget, let's go to Trello.com and let's go make an account. When you are done creating your account or signing in, whichever one you are, put in the chat and say, Trello is ready for me. I'm ready to go. I've given my life over to Trello. Whatever you need to say, just let me know that you're on Trello. You get it? Okay, let's go to Trello. Let's see if my account information is saved on here because I know I'm not using Firefox right now. Will it work? Will it work? Oh, verify my email. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go to my email. Where is my email? Where is my email? Okay, let's go to my email. Oh my God, I have so many emails. I love being famous. It's so difficult being famous. I'm kidding, in case that was not clear. I have so many tabs open though. That's the real problem. Or windows, really. All right, let's enter the code. Okay, all right. I think it's gonna work. Woo, it worked. Okay, wonderful. So now, let me go and see in the chat. Are people ready for Trello or do they need more time? I have given Trello permission to stalk me. Oh my God, that's a good one. That's a great one. I need to go now. Of course. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, Trulluminati ready. Yes. That's so funny. It's going to be right here. Yeah, I will. It's going to be right here. But you can, yeah. So to register for the event, you need to, yeah, that's, or is that actually the right, is that the right link? Let me verify for you. You know what? I will share the link after once we're done. We're going to be done very soon. So I'll just share that. I'm not sure if that's the right link. But yeah, you're in the right spot. Okay. Let's go ahead and since most people have already created their Trello accounts, let's go ahead and let's get started. So if you can see right here, let me zoom in for you all. Trello has done the wonderful job of giving us a template already for Kanban because Kanban boards are so popular. So we're going to click on that. And y'all, do you see this? So we're going to close this. But all I did was, let me go back to where I was. If I logged in to right here, I just see Kanban template and I clicked on it. That's all I did. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, do you see right here that this is public? So like it's like a public copy. So what I really need you all to do is follow along. So I need you to click on this green button right here to create the board from the template so you can have your own personal board. So you click on it and we're going to call it, let's see, does anybody have any preferences on projects on our to-do that they think we should add? So we've seen people say like laundry, people say completing LHD shared day 4 activities. We've seen data structures, browse the internet, do JavaScript assignment, deploy a project using Docker. Any preferences? Like people are like, oh, let's do a Kanban board about this topic. Let's see if people feel strongly about any of them. Okay, so people say, is Trello like Kanban? It kind of is, honestly. I feel like Kanban definitely stole Trello's flow. They absolutely did. Because the ideas are very similar. You have columns, and then you have a way to visualize your information. We'll see. We'll see if Trello's lawyers have decided to sue. But they definitely are different, but they're kind of built upon the same idea. Okay, I see 1 vote for assignment. If nobody else feels strongly, let's go ahead and let's do that one. So let's use this one. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this in progress. So now we're going to go here and we're going to name it JavaScript assignment, maybe 1 or something like that. And then I'm just not going to, I don't know why it's on there, but I'm going to just do create. All right. So now, do you see all these boards that they have for us? Let me take you back to something I had mentioned at the very, very beginning, right? I had said that with Kanban boards, even though the default is like to do, in progress, and done, there's so much flexibility, right? Like you can literally add as much columns as you can. Like we've seen something with like GitHub where like it's very minimal, right? We've seen something with Airtable that's also a little bit more minimal. And now with Trello, we're seeing something that's like definitely not all over the place, but like it's not as minimal, right? It's a lot of columns. And so that's a good thing. Kind of decide which way you want to go with your Kanban board, and you can kind of be as flexible as you want. So do you see right here how like they have different columns? They have design, before to do, they have doing, they have code reviews, they have testing, then they have done. So do you see it? And so we can eliminate most of these by just going to like delete, or we can archive it. Let's see, let's archive it. We can archive this one as well. So we have to do, we have doing, we're going to archive this one as well. And then we can put testing and then put done. So now with this, we can just add a card. So I want you all, remember our framework. Let's go back to our framework, right? You want to capture, you want to configure, and then we want to control. So let's capture. What are all the things that we need to do to be able to get this JavaScript assignment 1 done? Put ideas in the chat, and then we can go from there. I named my team the Ceiling Fans. I love that for you. Yes, absolutely. I love that. You deserve it, #1 Ceiling Fan. I created a web app and it works fine, but the visualizers are not as cool as these. That's fine. That's really cool that you actually created a web app. See, I could not do that. That sounds like a lot of work. AirPods. Oh, wait. I don't know if you're talking to me. I feel like you're probably talking to somebody else. Okay. Any ideas? What are some things that we can add to our to-do list? Just things that we need to do if we want to get JavaScript assignment 1 done. What are the things that need to be done for us to do that? I know the first thing is we want to read the instructions, right? Read the instructions for assignment. Let's see, need JavaScript lessons. Okay, so you want to probably read maybe chapters of a textbook, maybe like chapter 1 of JavaScript textbook. That's a good one. What else? probably know what JavaScript is, so that you would probably read that, maybe like chapter 2. Maybe you want to read 2 chapters. So read chapter 2 of JS textbook. Let's see, what else? A JVM to test scripts. That's a good one, because if you're starting this assignment 1, you probably don't have an IDE to write JavaScript code in. So maybe you want to research IDEs to download for JavaScript. And then you want to download chosen IDEs. Okay. Take copy from friends. We do not condone cheating. Don't do that. Honor code. Don't do that. No. No. Any other ideas? It's okay if you don't have any, but you definitely want to write the actual codes, maybe like write, or you want to do like an outline, like outline / pseudocode for assignment. And then you want to actually like implement. And then you want to like, you know, maybe you want to like submit it, or not like ask, go to office hours to get TA to review your code. And of course, it could be so much smaller than this. I feel like it could be a lot. Like, these are very broad tasks, but I think the idea is just that, like, if you can, whatever you need to be able to help you visualize what you need to get done, I think that's the most important part. And then maybe you want to submit code. Okay. Let's see. Create a roadmap. Exactly. So that would be similar to like outlining / doing a pseudocode for your assignment. Okay, wonderful. After COVID, there are no office hours. Really? Not even on Zoom? That's surprising to hear. Maybe I guess it depends on your school. Oh my gosh. No, absolutely not. No. Okay, so now that we have this, let me go back and make it not zoomed in. So we've seen right here that we have what we need to do, right? Again, the whole idea with, like, you know, with Kanban boards is that if it's helping you visualize what your work is and what you want to get done, that's the most important part. So we can rename this if you want. We can say, let's see, we can rename this to be, we can rename this to be like maybe get done today, right? That can be something. We can rename it to be like Monday, you know, or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, and then make copies of it. And then maybe like on Monday, we say, okay, we want to do chapter 1. Then we want to do some research, right? And then we want to do like the outline. And then maybe we can change this one to be like Tuesday. And then we can say, read instructions for assignment. And then you want to download your IDE. And so don't feel too trapped by the idea of having your columns all be like to do, in progress, and done. I think that there can be a separation between that. Like, you can even make a copy of this right here. So you can copy list, or not list. I guess, yeah, it is a list. So you want to copy it, and maybe you can say like in progress. And then you can maybe change it to be like, oh, you can change it to be in progress. And then it can be like things that you're currently doing, right? Or something like that. I feel like you should definitely not feel too constricted by it. The biggest idea is that, let's go back to the original definition that I had shared with you all. You want to just visualize the work that needs to be done, right? So that you can maximize your own efficiency. And that's really the most important thing. All right, any questions so far? Telestrations is going to be starting in a few minutes. If there are no questions from people, I'm going to go ahead and let Stephen go ahead, start. But I also want to share the link to check in, but I'm not sure. I feel like he's going to do that anyways, but I'm not sure. For those of you who are going to stay for that. But yeah, it's starting soon. It's just, I was taking a little bit longer. Okay, are there any questions about Kanban boards, about what we used today, what we did today, and the examples that we used and the framework and all sorts of things. If there are no questions, then I'm going to have to wish you all a very happy LHD Share Day. March 28, 29, 30, 31. Day 4. Yes. I had to do the math. Okay, wonderful. Yay. Woo. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. This was very fun. It really was. I'm going to go get more points now because I'm very behind and I'm embarrassed to say that. So, bye, y'all. Oh, yes, the repository for this. Let me share that really quickly. Oh, no, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. Or I think the project is fine. Okay, so I know it's a public repository, so it should be fine. Let me put it right here. So that's it. For those of you who are seeing on the screen, that's the repo for this project, so you can kind of see it. Oh my God, I'm so popular. People want me to join their guilds. I love that for myself. I will look you up on Discord and figure out what guild this is. I love ceiling fans. Can you be in multiple guilds at the same time? Lots of questions. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you all later. Bye.